Two in the front and then the one document. Yes.
Would it be inappropriate? Greater Tennis Association, they were pigeonholed. There. Just mention it.
Are they here? I mean,
No, they not. I can just wait till they come one day.
I tell you what, you could if you wanted to. I mean, Coonrod does this occasionally sneak it
I was about to
in
say, I didn't want to.
during committee report sometimes.
Only respect.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, yeah, if it comes down to it, if we have to do it.
Okay.
Sometimes if it's a special recognition, I'll do it during the special presentation. Like
Okay.
if you- But you want to do it during then or like in the special presentation?
I can do that, but they doing some Boy Scouts.
Well, I think Carol's got to do it.
Oh, okay. I can wait. Thank you, Dave.
Okay, all right.
By the way, I am here tonight because the other thing that there was going to be a field dedication at Normal Park.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, all right.
They would have destroyed their brand new field.
Wow. No, that wouldn't have been good.
Terrible.
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn it over to you and you do it. Madam Clerk, do you have the ability to take us live on? Okay. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Tuesday, September the 21st, City Council agenda meeting. I now call this meeting to order. Our Pledge of Allegiance and invocation this afternoon will be given by Councilwoman Burrs.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Tonight, we have Cub Scout Pack 3266 from Berks United Methodist Church in the lovely District 3. And they're going to introduce themselves, and then one of their members is going to join us up here to say the pledge. So if they would come forward, please. If you guys would all introduce yourselves, and then if Mr. Williard would join me up here, I'd love it. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ben Taylor, and I am the Cub Master.
I am Jack Williard. Hello, I'm AJ Taylor and I attend Big Ridge Elementary. I'm Caleb Davis and I attend Big Ridge Elementary.
I'm Evan Baldwin and I attend Big Ridge Elementary.
I am Dean Anderson and I go to Boyd Buchanan.
And my name is Jeff Davis. I'm the den leader, and on behalf of our den, we want to thank you all for your service.
Thank you.
So would you all join Jack and me in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Move the agenda, sir.
All right. Thank you, Councilwoman. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate that this afternoon. We have no special presentations this afternoon. Could I have a motion on the minutes? Have a motion on the minutes to approve with a proper second. Questions or comments before we vote? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hill. Councilman Ledford. Councilman Hester. Councilwoman Burrs.
Yes.
Councilwoman Dotley.
Yes.
Councilman Byrd.
Yes.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Vice Chairman Smith.
Yes.
Chairman Henderson,
Yes,
9 yeses.
the ayes have it. Moving now into your order of business. Ordinance is final reading. Madam Clerk, if there are no objections from the council, would you take 5A, B, C, and D together, please?
Item A, an ordinance to amend Chattanooga City Code, Part 2, Chapter 38 zoning ordinance, so as to rezone properties located at 1629, 1631, and 1633 Jenkins Road from R1 residential zone to RTZ residential townhouse 0 lot line zone, subject to certain conditions. Item B, an ordinance to amend Chattanooga City Code, Part 2, Chapter 38 zoning ordinance, so as to rezone properties located at 2524 Gun Barrel Road and in the 7400 block of Pinewood Drive from R1 residential zone to R3 residential zone, subject to certain conditions. Item C, an ordinance to amend Chattanooga City Code, Part 2, Chapter 38 zoning ordinance, so as to rezone property located at 1402 Cemetery Avenue from C2 convenience commercial zone and R3 residential zone to UGC urban general commercial zone, subject to certain conditions. Item D, an ordinance to amend Chattanooga City Code, Part 2, Chapter 38 zoning ordinance, so as to rezone properties located in the 2500 block of East 16th Street, 2300 and 2500 blocks of East 17th Street, 2400 and 2500 blocks of East 18th Street, 2500 block of East 19th Street, 2400 and 2500 blocks of East 21st Street, 2300 block of East Main Street, 1500 and 2000 block of South Lowry Street, and 1500 through 1800 blocks of South Watkins Street, from C2 convenience commercial zone, C3 central business zone, and R2 residential zone to C3 central business zone, subject to certain conditions.
Councilman Ledford, followed by Councilwoman Coonrod.
Move to approve, sir.
We have a motion on the floor to approve items 5A, B, C, and D with a proper second. Are there any questions or comments before we vote? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Councilman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Donnelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Burrs, Councilman Hester, Councilman Ledford, Councilwoman Hill, Vice Chairman Smith, Chairman Henderson,
Yes.
9 yeses.
Motion to approve does carry. Moving now down to Parks and Public Works. Madam Clerk, if you would, let's take 5E and F together, please.
Item E, an ordinance closing and abandoning an unopened alley in the 1400 block of Cemetery Avenue is detailed on the attached map, subject to certain conditions. Item F, an ordinance closing and abandoning an unopened alley in the 2000 block of Museum Street as detailed on the attached map, subject to certain conditions.
Councilwoman Coonrod.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor to approve items 5E and F with a proper second. Are there any questions or comments before we vote? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hill,
Yes.
Councilman Ledford, Councilman Hester, Councilwoman Burrs,
Yes.
Councilwoman Donnelly,
Yes.
Councilman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Vice Chairman Smith, Chairman Henderson,
Yes.
9 yeses.
So moved. Moving now to ordinances first reading. Madam Clerk, if you would, 6A, alternate version.
An ordinance to amend Chattanooga City Code, Part 2, Chapter 38 zoning ordinance, so as to rezone properties located in the 1200 block of Gillespie Road, the 3600 block of Through Street, and 3607 Hort Street from R1 residential zone to R2 residential zone and RTZ residential townhouse 0 lot line zone.
Case number 2021-0121. Is the applicant present? Applicant present? Is there any opposition present? Councilwoman Coonrod, I'm seeing no applicant nor any opposition.
Second.
All right, we have a motion on the floor to approve with a proper second. Councilman Ledford? Okay. All right, any questions or comments before we vote? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Councilman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Donnelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Burrs,
Yes.
Councilman Hester, Councilman Ledford, Councilwoman Hill,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Henderson,
Yes.
Nine yeses.
Motion to approve alternate version does carry. Moving now to resolutions under economic development. Madam Clerk, with no objections, would you read 7A and B, please?
Item A, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into a second amendment to lease with Chattanooga Area Regional Transportation Authority, Carter, in substantially the form attached for clarification of the indemnification and tort liability requirements regarding the leased premises located at 710 East 12th Street, identified as tax parcel number 145 EU 001.01. Item B, a resolution declaring surplus of approximately 1.97 acres of tax map number 135 EA 005.02, and authorizing the mayor as designee to enter into a donation agreement with Building and Construction Workforce Center in substantially the form attached to allow for the expansion of the vocational school parcel and to authorize the execution of all documents for completion of the transaction.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move approval.
All right, we have a motion on the floor to approve items 7A and B with a proper second. Are there any questions or comments before we vote? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hill,
Yes.
Councilman Ledford, Councilman Hester,
Yes.
Councilwoman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dotley,
Yes.
Councilman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Vice Chairman Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Henderson,
Yes,
nine yeses.
motion to approve items 7A and B does carry. Now moving to education and innovation, Madam Clerk, let's take 7C, D, and E if there are no objections from the council.
Item C, a resolution confirming Mayor Kelly's reappointment of Jim Hall to the Metropolitan Airport Authority. Item D, a resolution confirming Mayor Kelly's appointment of Monica Kinsey to the Beer and Record Board for District 7 with a term expiration of July 31st, 2024. Item E, a resolution amending resolution number 30675 and hereby authorizing the interim Chief Human Resources Officer to enter into an amended agreement with Johnston and Associates, Inc. for third-party administration and injury on duty occupational health program claims for an initial term of 2 years and 22 days with renewal options of 3 additional one-year periods for a total contract payment not to exceed $2,508,501.
Councilwoman Byrd.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor to approve items 7C, D, and E with a proper second. Any questions or comments before we vote? Very well, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Councilman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dotley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilman Hester,
Yes.
Councilman Ledford, Councilwoman Hill, Vice Chairman Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Henderson,
Yes,
nine yeses.
so moved. Do we happen to have Mr. Hall or Miss Kinsey in the room with us this afternoon? Okay, very well. 7F, please.
A resolution authorizing the Chattanooga Police Department to apply for and if awarded, accept fiscal year 2022 Eastern Tennessee Project Safe Neighborhood PSN grant from the state of Tennessee Office of Criminal Justice Program for a grant period beginning November 1, 2021 through June 30, 2023 in the amount of $139,629.
Councilman Byrd.
Thank you, Chair. We discussed this in public safety, and if I'm not mistaken, I would need your guidance. Would this be proper to remove this off the agenda?
Withdraw.
Second,
Withdraw.
withdraw. Okay. So I would like to move to withdraw this from the agenda.
Second.
All right, we have a motion on the floor to withdraw with a proper second. Any questions or comments before we vote? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hill, Councilman Ledford, Councilman Hester, Councilwoman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dotley,
Yes.
Councilman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Vice Chairman Smith, Chairman Henderson,
Yes,
nine yeses.
motion to withdraw does carry. Moving now down to Parks and Public Works. With no objection from the council, Madam Clerk, let's take 7G, H, and I, please.
Item G, a resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Public Works to approve change order number 1 for Thomas Brothers Construction Company, Inc. of Hickson, Tennessee for contract number R15002202 Sturkey Farms Phase 2 for an increased amount of $42,619.40 plus a new contingency amount of $20,000 for a revised contract amount of $310,139.95. Item H, a resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Public Works to apply for and if awarded, accept a grant from the Lyndhurst Foundation for the expansion of the Bike Chattanooga Bicycle Transit System electric bicycle fleet in the amount of $100,000. Item I, a resolution authorizing the administrator or of the Department of Public Works to enter into an agreement with Tally Construction Company, Inc. relative to contract number T 21019-201 for construction services associated with citywide resurfacing in the amount of $18,018,651.05 with a contingency amount of $1,801,865.11 for a total amount of $19,820,516.16, subject to appropriation of funds.
So is the council not going to approve our paving contract this evening?
Move to approve.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor to approve items 7G, H, and I with a proper second. Any questions or comments before we vote? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Councilman Byrd,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dotley,
Yes.
Councilwoman Burrs,
Yes.
Councilman Hester, Councilman Ledford, Councilwoman Hill,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Smith.
Yes.
Chairman Henderson.
Yes,
9 yeses.
so moved. Moving now to purchases. Council, if you'll pull out your purchase items this afternoon, Ms. Julia will come down and read them.
Good evening, council. We have 5 purchases this evening. The first is from the Parks Maintenance Division of Parks and Outdoors. This is to request a contract extension of 3 months through December 31st for security guard services from SEI Incorporated. The vendor has submitted a 3% price increase for a total annual cost estimate of $150,000. The second is from the Fleet Management Division of Public Works. This is a new blanket contract for bulk fuel delivery at Birchwood Landfill and city golf courses. This will be a 4-year contract not to exceed $130,000 per year. 4 bids were requested and 2 were returned. The award will go to Sweetwater Valley Oil Company as the best bid meeting specifications. The third is from the Parks Maintenance Division of Parks and Outdoors. This is a new blanket contract for top dressing sand for turf, athletic fields, and golf course bunkers. This will be a 4-year contract not to exceed $120,000 per year. 6 bids were requested and 1 was returned. The award will go to River City Athletic Fields as the best bid meeting specifications. The fourth purchase is from the Facilities Division of Public Works. This is to complete the payment of invoices from Detail Experts for COVID-19 cleaning of buildings. The total amount is $14,836.74. This will cause the annual spend to exceed the previously approved $25,000. The fifth and final purchase is from Police and IT. This is a sole source procurement from PenLink for an all-inclusive platform for investigation with collection and analysis tools. This will be a 4-year blanket contract with a total annual cost estimate of $46,000.
All right, council, you've heard tonight's purchases. What is your pleasure?
Second.
We have a motion on the floor to approve tonight's purchases with a proper second. Questions or comments before we vote? All right, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hill, Councilman Ledford, Councilman Hester, Councilwoman Burrs,
Yes.
Councilwoman Dotley,
Yes.
Councilman Byrd,
No.
Councilwoman Coonrod, Vice Chairman Smith.
Yes.
Chairman Henderson.
Yes,
That's 8 yeses.
motion to approve carries 8-1. Thank you, Julia. Moving now to committee reports. Councilwoman Coonrod. Councilman Byrd.
Thank you, Chair. We had an amazing report today talking about some amendments to the already existing curfew that we have in place, and looking forward to more discussion about that. Thank you.
Councilwoman Dotley.
No report.
Vice Chair Smith.
No report, Mr. Chair.
Councilwoman Burrs.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next week, We will have the second and final reading of the budget. We will be having public input from 3 to 5. That's on Zoom. And then from 6 to 8, we will have in person, and then we will take the vote. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Councilman Hester,
We met today. So we-
thank you. Councilman Ledford, Councilwoman Hill.
We are going to be having an Education and Innovation Committee update on October 19th.
Great, thank you. All right, that covers all of our agenda items this afternoon. That brings us to recognition of persons wishing to address the council. If you are joining us through Zoom and you have it registered to speak, would you go ahead and raise your hand at this time? Is there anyone here in the audience that would like to speak to the council this afternoon? All right, very well. I'm going to ask the attorney if she would to read the rules for addressing the council.
Excuse me. Speakers wishing to address the council shall line up at the podium and wait to be addressed by the chairman. We'll go through the live comments before we move to the Zoom comments. We ask you to limit your comments to subjects that are within the quasi judicial and legislative authority of the council, and you will be limited to 3 minutes unless someone grants additional time. Thank you.
All right. If you have registered to speak through our Zoom platform, if you would go ahead and be raising your hand. We're going to take audience, anyone that would like to address the audience. Councilwoman Coonrod, did you have a comment you needed to make? Hit your line.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify the statement that I made earlier today, because I said a whole lot in quoting different TCA codes that I didn't want the city council or my constituents to get it confused, because Carol Burrs did make a valid point. And what I was meaning by with the simple possession is that it can be a citation rather than, them being put in cuffs and taken to jail. So I could see how it could be misinterpreted. And I just wanted to clarify that statement, not to send it to city court, but it can be given as a citation. We've been talking about all of it simultaneously.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. All right. If you'd like to address the council, please come forward to the podium. Mr. IT, if you'll give us 3 minutes on the clock. And just give us your name and district number, please.
Absolutely. To begin with, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I thank you for putting your lives on jeopardy for folks like us that don't have access to a computer. I'm very grateful for that. I am from Hickson, Tennessee, and my name is Pam Durham, and I live at 3839 Birmingham Drive. I've had the honor to speak before you once before, and it was a very pleasure to do that. And I have a very serious concern I'd like to bring before you, if you don't mind. Some of you might remember me, some of you might not. I'm a very hard worker, and I've worked pretty much all my life for my home. And I am being told that our home is being turned in to a council fire. They're literally taking Dixie Horn's property. It's my understanding, and it is a blessing that we are getting new sewer septic lines. In the name of Jesus, I wish we'd got that on Hamill Road before the officer got killed. We had been asking for that for many, many years. I'm not sure who is over my district at this point, but I appreciate that, sir. I thank you for letting me know that. Sir, in the name of Jesus, there's two things that can happen to women. They can get pregnant within 6 weeks. Jesus forgive them. I'll pray for them, and I'm prayed up. I woke up because Jesus gave me good air this morning, and I thank him for that. But there is something you can do about it when you're 6 weeks. After 9 months,
if
the
you would
baby
address
is born.
address the entire council. You can
Oh, I
address the
apologize.
council person personally after the meeting if you'd like.
I so apologize.
Thank you. Go
Absolutely.
ahead.
To every one of you, I do apologize. I was just trying to bring it attention to the councilman over our area, but I'm scared to death that they're going to turn it into a gated community, and they're going to block our little area off from going down to go fishing. to play on the basketball courts, to ride our go-karts down there. And all that is being blocked off. The 18-wheelers are coming every 30, 40 minutes. And none of them say a TDOT or CDOT, or none of them say City of Chattanooga. This is contractors' work. When Dollywood called and asked, can I please turn it into a water park for our community? We were told it was uninhabitable land. It was contaminated and not for human consumption, since human livable. And we asked them to excavate it, and they said that wouldn't work either. Now we're being told that the reason I'm upset is because our taxes are going to go up, and we're going to be turned into a 37405, and we won't be Hickson anymore. We'll be turned into a North Shore. And that's the way I feel. I apologize, but I feel like we're getting the brunt of, the least of us are getting the brunt of it again. That's wasted property. Why can't we take that property and maybe do something for our community, such as giving the homeless affordable housing, or possibly putting a water park in, or a mini Lake Winnie for, if nothing else, jobs. And on that note, I apologize if I've offended anyone. You are all beautiful. I thank you for your time. I thank you for hearing my concerns, and please don't let this
thank
baby
you,
get
ma'am.
born. It will be awful when they do.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
All right. Is there anyone else in the audience this afternoon that would like to address the
Ma'am.
council?
Chair, if I
Okay.
may,
Oh, Councilwoman Hill?
yeah, Ms. Durham, you said that you live on Birmingham Drive. Okay, so actually, it's not Councilman Hill, it's me. And so if you'll just stay afterward, I'd love to chat with you and understand better. Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to ask one more time, if you are joining us through our Zoom platform and you have registered to speak, would you please raise your hand at this time to be noticed? All right, council, I'm not seeing any hands on our Zoom platform nor in the audience. What is your pleasure? We are adjourned.